Hey everybody, so we have some breaking news regarding the Los Angeles Lakers and their beleaguered coach, Mike Brown. We brought in NBA analyst Stephen O, quote unquote. By the way, he has this mug.
Ricky, thank you for the mug.
You're welcome.
You really didn't have to. It's a little uncomfortable how much ass you kiss, but it's okay. You won't get fired.
Do I get a raise?
All right, you can feel free to cut that part
Okay,
out.
all right, well, we're not going to.
Yeah.
This is TYT Sports. So let's talk about this very quickly. It came as a little bit of a surprise to me because it's only 5 games into the season. I understand they needed a change, but here might be the better question. Who exactly is the better candidate to possibly fill in for Mike Brown, who obviously never had a hold on the players at all, especially, I mean, Kobe Bryant. Oh, there's only one person that could have half a hold on Kobe Bryant, and that's Phil Jackson.
All right, let's talk about 2 things. First, we'll talk about Mike Brown, and then we'll talk about the replacement.
Yeah.
Mike Brown, he had to go, and here's why. Mike Brown was never a great coach anyway. I mean, he was a good assistant.
No, he was gifted LeBron James.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can coach LeBron James to 50 wins.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, I just throw the ball out and say, LeBron, go win. Okay, that's all you have to do. He's awesome. But Mike Brown's real problem is that he's a defensive coach. He doesn't have a good offensive philosophy. And with the team constructed as it is, with Nash running the point, an aging Kobe, that is not a defensive team. They're not going to win on defense. They have to win on offense and, you know, decent defense, of course.
Sure, sure.
But it has to be a scoring team, and he's not a scoring coach, so he wasn't going to last. And I know it seems like a quick trigger, but if you're going to fire someone, I always think fire them right away. Why belabor it?
Sure, I mean, that's a totally fair point, but again, who is the quality candidate that they could have come fill in?
It's very obvious. It's very obvious what's going to happen.
Phil Jackson. Is that
It'll be Phil Jackson if Dwight Howard's back is fine by Christmas. If Dwight Howard's back is not fine, then Phil's not going to come back.
Can he travel, though? He was talking about how he didn't want to travel to all these. The Knicks actually offered him a deal prior to the season. I believe it was actually prior to this season, before they hired Mike Woodson, that you don't have to travel to all these road games because his health is decreasing.
It is, but Phil will only come back if he thinks he can win it all. There's no point in him coming back for the money or the rigors of a NBA season. He's not coming back unless he thinks he has a legitimate shot at winning it all. And if Dwight Howard's back is good and he's dominating like he did before the back injury, then he has a legitimate chance. A hungry Kobe, a hungry Nash, that's a fun team to coach. They have a shot at it. He's coming back for that. He's not coming back with the unhealthy Dwight Howard. Team's not winning. There's not good chemistry. Kobe's disenchanted, and Nash is struggling. He's not coming back to that team at all.
So let's just say that, because I don't think he will. I don't think that Phil will come back. Who's the next guy?
So what they're going to do is they're going to have one of their assistants, Bernie Bickerstaff or Chuck Person, be the interim coach. They'll see how it goes, and if Phil wants to come back in December, boom, Phil's back. If Phil doesn't want to come back, then this guy...
were they on his staff? Were they on
They
Phil's
were not
staff?
on the staff.
Yeah,
no,
I didn't think so.
So if Phil does not come back, these guys will right at the season, and they'll reassess at the end of the year. They need to figure out a lot of things at the end of the season anyway, because they need to figure out if they're going to keep Dwight Howard or not, let him go. By the way, the Lakers, they're in last place in the Western Conference. They have the biggest payroll. They are going to be $30 million in the luxury tax. Just the luxury tax is $30 million.
Yeah.
So
you're obviously in favor of this. You think that firing him at the beginning of the season after 5 games, maybe 10 at the most, is the right way to go?
Yeah.
Instead of dealing with this, because you don't think the players would have. Look, it's hard. I feel like it's hard nowadays for players to respect their coaches. There are only a select few who actually do in the NBA. I personally think that. But I mean, it seems like you're in favor of just cut the cord early, try to regain momentum.
Yeah, they're not going to win with him. Like I said, I think, look, in coaching, there are certain people who are excellent assistants, but horrible head coaches. I mean, you see it all the time. Norv Turner, classic example. And Wade Phillips, another guy. I
feel like we always mention Norv Turner.
Yeah,
always.
I know, but I'm not as obsessed with him being a loser as Cenk is.
Or Ben.
Yeah. But look, these guys are good, number 2s, number 3s. They're not good number 1s.
Right.
And I think Mike Brown falls in that category.
Okay. All right. Stephen O. Breaking the news on TYT Sports. I have no idea which camera is mine, but which one?
That one over.
This one?
Bachman.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks again for the mug,
Bye.
Ricky.